There it goes. Boy, sometimes it just takes a second to start recording.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it leaves you in suspense. Like, will the recording work this week?
Well, no, is the wireless keyboard connected?
Ah.
Like, gave it the command. It hasn't started.
Okay.
Suspicion. Anyway, not
We
behind
did-
the school. We did that.
Yes, we did Noel.
That was just Noel sexually assaulting us again. By the way, people pointed out the twins are also older than Shiki.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't look.
Yeah.
I
by
thought they were
like
the same age.
no, well they are, but they're older by like 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Which means technically they're older than him.
Yeah, like
And
Satsuki.
therefore are also sexual predators.
God, it's literally just Akiha.
It's literally just Akiha.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's actually literally just Akiha. So, you know, poor Shiki. Anyway, to the tea ceremony room to go hang out with a different sexual predator.
Yes.
After we sexually assaulted her earlier in the day.
Kinda.
We did demand she take her clothes off
Wow.
and then tried to strip her of her glasses when that didn't work. I've got to go meet with Ciel. With Miss Noelle, there's no guarantee she'll give me any straight answers or even take me seriously, or that she won't pin me against a wall.
Right.
No adequately explored reason.
Yeah, looking for an excuse.
Why are they still here? There's no resting easy until I know the answer. Ciel's the only one in the tea ceremony room. Naturally, Miss Noelle is nowhere to be seen, because she's outside waiting for you, you dumbass.
Yes.
いらっしゃい、遠野くん。放課後までよく我慢できましたね。
Barely.
Yes, containing myself. That's what I did.
Right.
Definitely didn't go relieve myself in the bathroom after, you know, that little lunchtime tryst we had. No. Definitely restrained. I contained myself.
Yeah.
100%. Ciel greets me with her usual smile.
どうぞ座ってください。長い話になりそうですから、足を楽にしていいですよ。
At Ciel's prompting, I sit down on the tatami. So, good news, we know you're not a vampire now. Sorry?
Yeah. They're gonna have to explain that.
I consider sitting cross-legged, but since Ciel's sitting on her knees, I decide to do the same.
Ah, Seiza, okay.
事情を説明する前に、こちらも聞かなければいけないことがあります。
Well, you see, Shiki, there's couple reasons for that. One, they clearly just want to show off Ciel's legs. And this is a very effective way to do that. Two, she's wearing a skirt. She's not going to sit cross-legged on the floor in front. How stupid are you? She's wearing a skirt, dumbass. Of course she's sitting in Seiza.
遠野くんがなぜあの地下墓地にいたのか。この数日、あなたに何があったのかを教えてください。
Okay, so I was in the catacombs, right?
Yeah.
I was at the mall. I saw a girl go into an elevator. So I followed her.
Right.
Then I was in a basement. Then I ran into Noelle.
Yeah.
End of story, basically.
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
I mean, that's really why I was in the catacombs, was
Yeah,
I got taken there by men.
I followed that rumor about the part-time job.
Somebody told me there was a part-time job, so I was checking it out and I got abducted. Literally, actually the reason. I was also looking for vampires, but like,
Yeah.
you know, technically, the reason I was down there in the situation that I was in was because I got abducted. What was I doing over the past few days? Fantasizing about your legs, killing a vampire, hanging out with a different vampire that I had also killed.
Right. But she comes back, it's okay.
Yeah, she came back, it's fine. Although her voice is gentle, it carries a weight that compels me to speak. By the power of Christ. The power of Christ compels you. Speak, heathen! Come to think of it, I never told her how I got into all this. There hasn't been time for it until now.
I mean, there has, just didn't.
それは
Well, he was too busy being depressed about having murdered Ark
I guess.
that
yeah.
first time. And then, like, he was in a compromising situation with a teacher, and then they were fighting a vampire, and then they were eating lunch, and then it was now. So
Yeah.
I dig through my memories and explain everything that's happened up to now.
Everything.
The fantasizing about her legs, the middle school girl that threw the phone at him. I was there for
Trouble
that.
at
I know you
home.
were, but you said everything.
Right.
Akiha's a bitch to me every morning. Who the hell's an Akiha? But at least Hisui and Kohaku are... Could you stop talking about other women in front of me? You said everything.
I think she knows who they are.
Ciel listens quietly to my story. I tell her about my chance meeting with Ark, about the vampires that have infiltrated this town, about the tragedy at the hotel, and Ark getting hurt protecting me, and about how I defied Ark's plans and went to the department store alone.
Did you mention the part about
それで
killing
地
Ark?
下墓地に
It
居合
sure
わせた
didn't
んです
sound like
ね
it.
I see. Yeah.
それにしても一人でやってくるなんて
Well, to be honest, after a certain point, I didn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
反省してます。今思い返すとどうかしていました。どうしてあんなに意固地になったのか。
My main character senses told me that if I didn't do that, I'd be on the Ark route again.
それはそれだけあなたが追い込まれていたということです
I guess.
Well, we did have another choice. It was to go back to the Ark route again.
Right.
それでその後は
アルクエイドのところに戻ってブローブを一緒に倒してくれって提案したんですけど。
Yeah, she flat out rejected the idea, saying she didn't want to, saying it was pointless. Ugh, thinking back on how cold-hearted she was in that moment still makes me angry.
なるほど断られたんですね吸血鬼らしい考えです
Well,
それ
she
であ
was
なたが
gonna
一
mop
人
up
で
Love. She was
私
gonna
があ
let
れ
you
だけ
die
注意したの
first.
にもかかわらずあの場所に現れたわけですか
So, I was looking up some Negima stuff the other day, right? Just
Yeah.
because curiosity. Before we found out today about the thing that we saw. And I came across a mention on Evangeline's page.
Oh, yeah.
The Tsukihime.
Okay.
So apparently, it's never been outright confirmed, but it's basically an accepted fact that at least in some part, Evangeline was based on Ark.
Oh, blonde vampire, I guess.
Blonde vampire, right? But they also use a very specific term.
The true ancestor thing?
Well, in the Japanese though, right?
Oh, yeah, Shinso.
Yeah, they specifically refer to her as a Shinso.
Yeah, I remember that.
Which,
Is that kind of unique to those two?
I mean, that's also Ark's unique classification.
Well,
in
yeah.
Tsukihime.
I wasn't sure if that was like a term
So,
that
yeah,
existed.
it was just I wasn't expecting it because I was just scrolling down the page, and I was like, "What Tsukihime? What? Natsuverse? Hold on, what? What wiki am I on?"
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
got confused. Like, oh, well, okay, fine.
Yeah, Tide Moon is pretty influential.
Yeah.
重ねてすみません。でもあれは先輩の忠告を無視したんじゃなくて。
Of course, that would have been original Tsukihime, which
Oh, yeah.
Akamatsu. I mean, well, Love Hina and the Dojin history. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I also saw a thing where, like, before Negima started, I guess he was like, he admitted at one point in one of the Negima art pages that he was like browsing around fan works for Love Hina.
Oh, yeah.
Looking for like stuff written for a male audience.
Alright.
And then sent a bunch of postcards to authors from it that he liked with his signature on
Oh
it.
my god. You was looking at the dojins like, good job.
Good job, guys. well done.
Oh my,
Fucking Akamatsu.
damn, that would be embarrassing.
He's a member of He's a member of fucking parliament now.
Yeah.
He's a diet member. He's a fucking like he's a
Minister or
minister of
something. Yeah.
like arts, I
Cultural
think.
affairs
Culture,
or something
yeah.
like
My
that.
God.
Goddamn.
What a dude.
Didn't he used to drop porn?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, did you see Love Hina
Well, I mean, yeah. it's
and
true.
Negima?
Yeah, he didn't really lose those skills, did he?
No. No, he just somehow turned into like he was definitely the Love Hina guy for like a long time, and
Yeah.
then why?
He did AI Love You before that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
yeah.
before that was the actual porn.
Yeah, but and then he wanted to do shonen, and they said no.
Yeah.
So he did it anyway.
Jeez.
So he wrote Love Hina again, and then stopped writing Love Hina and wrote a battle action shonen.
Takahashi became like a senator or something.
Right?
That would be wild.
Or Tagashi.
Yeah.
Can we give Tagashi a nice cushy desk job so he can stop killing himself?
That'd be nice.
私が怒っているのはあなたのことじゃないですよ。審査の対応が予想通りだったので呆れただけです。まあ、遠野くんの無鉄砲ぶりには言いたいことが山ほどありますので、それはいずれ追求させていただきますが。
I never really thought about it because I got into Negima and I early on and Fate early on, so I was just used to the word Shinso. I didn't know if that was like common in other stuff.
Yeah. It was so I wasn't expecting it because I remember
gotta-
that being the like as soon as I saw it there I was like, oh yeah, they did refer to Evangeline that way. I forgot.
Yeah, I just didn't know it was unique. I gotta look up for other examples now.
Yeah.
そうですか。お手柔らかにお願いします。
I mean, even if there are other ones, I wonder how many other ones exist that are also blonde and
Wow,
you know.
yeah.
その後は私が見た通りですね。
Well, yeah, you've seen most of it
あ
actually.
なたは
Ciel.
一人で使徒ブローブを倒そうと現れ、私たちに協力してくれた。度を越した蛮勇ですが、人間としてなすべき道を選んだのですね。
You've not asked the salient question of what the hell made him think he could defeat Vlav on his own.
Right, you're like, yes, this random boy with just a knife thinks he could defeat, you know, an ancestor.
Like, he hasn't told you shit about his mystic eyes yet.
I know, it's taken a long time to get to that.
いえ、それはちょっと違うというか。
違う？
How do I explain this? Ark and I made a deal, and she agreed to help fight Vlav. I only managed to get to the crater at all because she brought me there. I wouldn't even have made it past the barricades on my own.
Yet you could have made it through the barricades.
She called things off when she saw Ciel, and we parted ways there. But in the end, Ark came through for us. And not just us, but the entire city.
アルクエイドのやつ、ちゃんと協力してくれたんです。ブローブを一緒に倒そうって約束通り。
アルクエイドが人間と約束？
Ciel's eyes widen in surprise. Judging by her reaction, it seems that she knows Ark.
先輩、あいつと面識があるんですか？
Yeah.
もしかして
What's the story
何度もやり
there?
合った敵同士とか。
Yeah, see, that's something that just doesn't really click, right?
Yeah.
So, Ark implied when she was talking with Mario the other week, after, like, crushing, Roa's heart in her hand.
Right.
Like, oh, it'll probably be another 17 years.
Yes.
Like, this is a routine 17-year cycle.
Or more maybe. Yeah.
If we assume
Uh-huh.
that Ciel is the age that she is, presenting herself as,
Yeah.
she would have been a literal infant at the time.
Yes.
So that's not reasonable.
Wow.
Which leads to the conclusion she must be older than she's claiming she is. But, like, it's not like she was gonna be, like, 30 at the moment. So, what, she would have been, like, a 8, 10, maybe at the time? Like,
Could be.
how much could you possibly have met her as a child?
Let's see if she gets into the
面識
story.
はありますが話し合ったことはありません。
Okay.
こちらにとっても有名人ですから。
That's
彼女。
true.
I mean, yeah, you could say that, but she also knew you, like specifically you.
Yes.
And she's been asleep for 17 years, is the thing.
I think? I'm not entirely sure if it's always 17.
The atmosphere feels just a little bit more awkward. Well, it has to have been 17 this time.
Oh, because
we know how old Shiki is supposed to be.
Yeah.
And also Shiki. And
And
Shiki got possessed, like, immediately when he was a baby.
And Roa
like,
sets
at
these
the
up
time
at
of
conception or
birth.
something?
Right.
Yeah.
So... I noticed that Ciel didn't deny being enemies with Ark.
Well, yeah.
話は分かりました。大部分予想通りの経緯です。
Right.
遠野くんは彼女と協力してこの町に根付いている吸血鬼を倒そうとしたんですね。
Question: Why were you trying to defeat a vampire, a mere normal human, supposedly?
はい。めちゃくちゃな話で、半ばあいつに脅されたようなものだけど、こうして思い返しても、ああするしかなかったと思います。
信じられません。遠野くん、吸血鬼の言うことなんて本当に信じてるんですか？
Kinda, maybe, sometimes.
I mean...
何言うんですか先輩。先輩だって同じじゃないですか。吸血鬼をやっつける教会のBut
she's human, so...
The elf puts her finger on my lips to shush me.
私のことはいいです。それより問題なのは遠野くんの方でしょ。
問題って俺に？
はあ、自覚ないんですね。
Ciel's shoulders slump as she sighs hopelessly.
アルクエド・ブリュンスタットは吸血鬼です。ブローブと種別は違いますが、彼女も人間社会にいるだけで危うい異物です。神祖にとって人間は畑を荒らす害虫と変わらない。今回は利害関係が一致したので協力したようですが、本来はブローブ以上の災害だと理解してください。
I find myself unable to fully agree with Ciel. She's right to some extent, there's no ignoring that Ark is inhuman. But even so, I just can't think of her as evil.
Oh, it wouldn't be out of evil. She would just decide that, she doesn't need you around anymore.